Today I'm going to make apple cinnamon bread. You will need 3 cups flour, a 1/4 cup sugar, 2 tablespoons cinnamon. We have 2½ teaspoons bread machine yeast. And as for the salt goes, it's 1½ teaspoons. Those are the dry ingredients. Now for the wet. The wet ingredients are as follows: 1 cup heavy cream, a 1/4 cup butter, and you're going to need 1 1/3 cup peeled and chopped apples. I gotta peel them, and I'll show you a little trick on how to do that. On to the recipe. I have a bowl with water and lemon juice to prevent it from turning brown, so it doesn't brown the apples. So you're going to put it in there after you peel it and core it. So I'm going to put the core in the center and just press down, and it'll get out the core. I got the core out. Now I'm going to be peeling it with my peeler. Cutting it in half and cutting it in quarters. That way we can chop it up better. Same with this. That's the size pieces you want. I got the apple chopped now. Now we're going to heat up the milk. Now we're going to melt the butter and bring the temperature with this thing up to 112 degrees. While I'm doing that, I already set in my bread machine. And I'll take you over here so you can see. I'm using my normal basic bread, 2-pound loaf with a medium crust. We're just going to melt the butter and bring it to 112 degrees temperature. If it's too hot or too cold, the yeast won't work properly. Too hot, it gets killed, and too cold, it won't work. Kind of like people. I'm just melting the butter now. I'm trying to get it temperature to 112. Now put the thermometer in so you can see the temperature, because the butter's starting to melt. You don't want it to get too hot, because then it'll kill the yeast. Now I'm going to add the milk mixture in, since the butter's already melted. Then we're going to start adding the ingredients. You're not going to put the apples in until it beeps. So you got to watch for the beep. I should say you got to listen for the beep. Now I'll get the rest of the ingredients. I'm adding the salt, the cinnamon sugar, the flour, there we go. Let me get all the flour in there. There we go. And the last thing you're going to do is make a little well and add the yeast. You don't want the yeast to get wet quite yet. It will once you turn it on. Now we turn it on and let it go. I turned it on just now, and it'll let me know when to add the apples. You can see it's going. If it's too dry, add more water. If it's too moist, add more flour. We're just keeping an eye on it all. It should not be sticking to the bottom. It should be clean. You can pull up the lid when it's mixing, but you can't do it when it's raising. It incorporated the apples already. The apples I used was Honey Crisp. You can use Honey Crisp, Granny Smith, or Jonathan's if you want. It depends what you like. As you can see, it rolls. It's going to be starting baking pretty soon. Now that it's done, I get to take it out. It rolls really good. I'll show it to you. I get to take it out. I got it out and I'm letting it cool. Then I'll make a powdered sugar glaze for the top of it. Now make sure you get the paddle out of the bread because you don't want to keep the paddle in the bread and accidentally toss it out. I'm just adding some milk with vanilla in it, a little bit at a time. Then I mix it up to desired consistency. You want it to be thick like that. That's what it looked like when I took it out. Now I get to glaze it. Now all I'm doing is drizzling it over like so. Back and forth. If you don't want to drizzle it, you can put it on thicker. This is what it looks like when it's done. If you'd like to see more videos like this, please like, share, subscribe, leave a comment in the comment section below. It helps my numbers. Thank you for watching. Have a good day.